Hello, folks. How you doing? I'm looking a little bit weird, don't I? Let me see. Oh, what is going on? I'm actually looking fine, to be honest with you. There we go. Now I look even better. I haven't launched the game. The game hasn't been launched. And you know why? Because I was watching Vivi play Mario. Where's the game even? Ugh, it's spelled weird. Dialogue, there we go. There we go. Ooh, there we go. We've launched the game. We don't need this BGM anymore. Maybe we should play some Viractal soon. Damn it. Damn it. 1 second. I accidentally closed I accidentally closed myself instead of the BGM thing. Damn it. We're very prepared today, folks. Super prepared. I turned on streaming mode. There we go. Because last time I played this game, right? I got copyright struck. Not struck, but I got copyrighted to hell and back. And that was really annoying. There we go. Sorry for being so unprepared, folks. There we go. There we have the game. Anyway, last time I got very annoyingly copyright struck from a bunch of like BGM artists being like, oh, this BGM, it's copyrighted. So they took all the ad revenue, which doesn't matter because I make like 2 cents from ad revenue per video. So it's whatever. But they released this mode, the streaming mode. So it's fine, it's fine. We're gonna be dandy and a-okay. Anyway, last time we played this, we were treating robots, terrorists were doing something, we were moving towards this event, right? And things were happening. It's been 2 months since we last played. And then I have a sister named Michelle, but apparently she might not even be real. She might be dead, but she's an AI or something. But, well, we'll see. Should I move myself actually? Did I play the game in another corner last time? Let me just quickly watch my own VOD. Because I feel like I was in the way, right? D1AL-ogue. Why does that VOD have 111 views? Not a whole lot? Okay, I was a little bit smaller. Let's make myself a little bit smaller then. Alright. Alright. My body feels lighter than yesterday morning. Obviously, supplements. No memory suppressants. Obviously supplements. No. Memory suppressants. I didn't take them just the same. Yeah, the supplements he was taking were memory suppressants. Just the difference in cognition can change things this much, huh? Anyway, what on earth is the memory I forgot? Also, I don't know if you're here, Chi, but thanks for the resub. Remember? Resub is Twitch. Remember? Yeah, I guess remember. Remember. Anyway, what on earth is the memory I forgot? Michelle and Paula Night Day. What is the connection between the two? Phew. Thinking about it blankly will only give me a headache. Since my body is better, let's start business quickly. Maybe we should chit-chat first before we play the game? Yeah, let's chit-chat a little bit before we play the game. So, you know, more people roll in. And maybe I can make this a little bit more fitting? Filters. No, not that. Not that. Why is that there? Get rid of this shit. There we go. I'm way too crunchy here. Way too crunchy. Oh, yeah. Saturation. Well, the saturation on 1 is fine. Hello, folks. How you guys doing? I am 8-bit Apollo, I guess. It looks a little bit funky. Let's tweak it a little bit. See what I can get. Yeah. This might be nice. Motion smoothness. Yeah. Nah, I don't know. That looks weird. There we go. Alright. Hello, folks. How you doing? I'm Deadman Apollo, world's most radiant skeleton. Did I introduce myself yet? I don't think I did. Folks, I regret the specialism I chose for for university. I chose like ArcViz. They lied to me. They made me think that it was generalist, right? But no. It was just fucking interior design shit. Like environments, but it's interior. And like I want to create things too. I want to model things. I want to animate. I don't want to just be pigeonholed into one damn thing. And I'm like, man, at this rate, you know, swapping it out might be a little bit too late. Because it's been 3 weeks. Or I think a month since this course started. And I don't know, I should have just picked asset creation. Creating models. But instead I chose this shit. Well, I chose like a reference to recreate, which is this thing. I was like, I'll make this, you know, okay. And like they're like, okay, yeah, well, as an ArcViz artist, you don't need to make any of this stuff, you know, just grab assets online. I mean, you are expected to block out the environments. Yeah, sure, that's straightforward and easy. But like, I'm not really doing much, I feel. I'm not really learning much at all. And at this point, I think it's too late to change. Because I've done my research on this thing and made presentations and whatnot, and poop on my face, I guess. But maybe in summer I can just research model creations and stuff. But like this was a good opportunity to just get feedback on that, you know, get better at topology and whatnot. Would definitely have been super useful to do now that I think about it. To make this, let me find it. Yeah, to turn this little guy into a 3D model, right? Learn all the stuff I'm supposed to at university. And then I'm like, all right, I'm ready to tackle this little boy. And then we turn him into a 3D model. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Also got my haircut today. Yeah, just got a live haircut. Ugh. But I'm a little bit upset. I feel like your university lies to you all the time. Yeah, I think they're just misleading. They assume you know what they're talking about, but then you go into the thing, and then it's just bullshit. Because, like, yeah, I am interested in environmental design, of course. Like, I do want to take concept art and turn it into environments, but, like, architectural visualization? I don't know about that. Maybe I should have chosen animation. Honestly, animation. But as a VTuber, 3D stuff would probably... I mean, asset creation would probably have helped me a lot more than ArcViz. Because honestly, I've worked on it before, right? When I made the Kason world, the Yakuza Mart, that's basically this. And then I made my own room, right? Yeah, my own room. Let's go to it real quick. Yeah, this. I made that up myself. Man, the animation, so long-winded. So I'm like, man, actually choosing this thing, I'm not learning anything new. And I feel like I chose the easy way out. But at this rate, ain't nothing I can do about it. Test? I can see your comment. It's showing up. See? I don't like this song. Let's swap. Oh, this one's a lot more comfy. Apparently this one is... It was kind of annoying. This game had a lot of copyrighted music. Bro just bought a music pack on the Unity asset store and went like, alright, this is good enough. And then everybody who streams it gets copyright struck. Because this game apparently used AI music when it released. And people were like, well, I'm not going to support this game any longer. And the developers, they were like, oh, sorry about that. So they swapped it around, bought a random lo-fi music pack on Unity. Turns out all that stuff is copyrighted, which is kind of stupid. Why would you copyright music you sell in the Unity asset store, expecting people to use it in your games, only for them to get copyright struck? So what's the big idea there? Nobody's gonna want that. So I think they got a bunch of music from Dova Syndrome where it's all free and no license and stuff. But yeah, whatever. We'll see the end of this game today. I don't think we have a lot left. Maybe like 2 hours of gameplay and then we'll get there. This filter is not actually very good. At this level, it's rather pointless. Whoa. Kind of mesmerizing, though. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully no copyright, which would be really nice. You know, this filter works better on skeleton mode. Let's slow him down a bunch. Hello, I am Deadman Apollo. I need a tin can voice though. Oh, I could probably do a tin can voice, but it would require like 10 minutes of messing around with my GoXLR. I'll note that down. There we go, I wrote a note down. Whoa. Whoa. Let me write additional note. Actually, I don't need to write an additional. Anyway, I think we just go in. Well, get rid of this. What's this? Ah! What's this? Wow, this is actually really cool. Color splash? Only the golden features are visible. Yo, this is actually pretty lit. This is actually really cool. Do you like monochrome Apollo? Let me see. Let's try another one. Another one. We'll go with blue. Whoa. Blue hair only. This is kind of nice too. I kind of want to lower the tolerance a bit to only be my hair. Yeah, that's better. How does that look on Skelly? Very fancy. I kind of like this effect a lot. And we can... Oh! We can't have two of them running at the same time. Naruhodo. But I do like this one a lot. We can use it in stylistic moments. Wow, wait, fill background? What does that mean? Saturation. Ah! No. We can increase the brightness on these things. Ah! Okay. I think that's enough messing around. What about contrast? All right, with a little bit of extra contrast. What? How does that look on human? It looks a lot better on human. Whoa. I think I'll keep it on that. Anyway, let me get rid of it. We're done messing around. We're gonna play the game now. Oh. Yeah, the gold really pops with that effect. Kinda like it. I don't want to look at it again if I'm like this. Hey, should we change my color design to just be black and gold and white? Nah, we're not gonna do that. But hey, I think I will do a stream just looking like this at some point. Anyway. Open for business. Anything else? SNS. Let's check the SNS. Sunshine Corp recruits Shadow Agency actors. Your acting becomes salvation. Sunshine Corp is recruiting new EVE actors on large scale for its psychological care program Shadow Agency Service. This noble duty, which comforts the pain of loss by synchronizing the memory archives of the deceased into the neural network, is evaluated as a bridge connecting souls beyond simple acting. Selected actors will be provided with the industry's best unconventional performance bonuses, as well as the highest grade neon shine care free of charge, to prevent self-data contamination. Under the slogan, become the protagonists of a life with just one synchronization, applications are expected to flood in from countless EVEs dreaming of rising in status and escaping the slums. Clash on Dark Brown Street. Tragedy of 10 years ago reenacted. A wave of citizens died in red. Martyrs' blood becomes spark of revolution. Yesterday afternoon, we witnessed it. The cold barrels of stabilizers, who supposedly protect citizen safety, pierced the chests of innocent brothers. The only response... Okay, yeah. Anyways, shootings from the ICE. Yo, Patrick Lee, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Michelle, do you have a moment? What is it all of a sudden? Let me... Alright. Considering the... my ICE comment... Considering the nature of things you've thrown at me without even asking me until now, it's scary to think what you're going to talk about. One of my customers told me there might be memory suppressing ingredients in the supplements I was taking. Is that reliable information? Considering what you've said about your customers so far, they're either perverts or skip the interpersonal relationship tutorial. Or both. She's a reliable expert. She works at a pharmaceutical company. She also said there's a possibility that memories about you were suppressed. Me? It certainly looked like that. There was yesterday's incident too. How do you feel? It's hard to explain. I'm all better now. And daily life is quite enjoyable. I feel like regaining suppressed memories and facing the truth is moving in the right direction. But I'm also afraid of losing this daily life. The medicine? I got it back. That's why I feel even more conflicted. The option is to take the medicine and live happily. Oh, the option to take the medicine and live happily is right there within reach? Right. A refuge in my hand. It isn't always just good though. It can remove this anxiety anytime, but it wouldn't be a fundamental solution, like the answer key at the back of a workbook. Exactly. Worrying about whether to open the answer key for a difficult problem, it's close to that. It's just my personal opinion, but if it's a problem you absolutely can't solve, I heard postponing it is also a way. In an era where many people suffer because they can't renew their medical subscriptions, if you can be happy with just one pill, it seems like a decent option. It's not an illegal drug either. My customer said the same thing. But this medicine has many cases of reported side effects. Above all, I want to show a cool side to my customers. Where did the topic suddenly jump to? I've emphasized this since before. Providing counseling and psychological care to customers is one of D1AL-ogue's core services. A person who relies on medicine because they can't solve their own problems can't give advice on other people's problems. twisted affection towards Eve's. Seems to have finally spread to the sexual realm. So what is it? The tomboy Eve? So who is it? The tomboy Eve from the cafe across the street who always visits? What's her name? Fly? Prey. Ah, right, Prey. Or the military TNDLS model who visited for a while before. Was it the Eve with the rabbit ears? No, it's Orca. While asserting you couldn't touch military models due to regulations, you secretly repaired her several times behind the scenes. After that, Eve stopped coming. The rapid increase in your search frequency for beast-type Eves was a comedy. How does she know? How does Michelle know? Michelle. Michelle is snooping on our search history. It's not entirely wrong, but I don't want to look good just to one customer. Crazy. Yeah, she seems to be monitoring him, this Michelle. No, I phrased it weirdly. It's not that there isn't a customer I care about, but I meant that it's not the whole reason. I have no intention of getting involved in your courtship activity, so don't worry, but be careful. The recklessness of beasts and heat doesn't only lead to finding a mate. Dying while fighting a competitor, or attracting a predator and getting eaten are common scenes in documentaries. But saying that about me is a very nasty metaphor. Whatever it is, I warned you. It's a medicine recommended by your parents who love you so much. Recommended it even with side effects. Might mean it's that serious of a secret. Michelle, do you know something? No. I wish I did. Thud. Ah. Rattle, rattle. Maybe she is gaslighting us. Is the volume okay, by the way? Do you want me to increase it? Rattle, clatter, rattle. Rattle, clatter, rattle. Welcome. Hello, I don't remember the voices I gave him. I don't remember the voices I gave him. Hello, Chris. Orca? I know you're sick, but I think I gave somebody the robot voice. Which one was it? I know you're sick, but this is the only place I know. Maintenance, just a bit. Understood. I'll start with the emergency measures. This isn't time to worry about others, Orca. How many fingers do you see? I can't see anything. Correct. Fortunately, the visual sensors are alive. Since the neural circuits are completely burned out. Volume seems okay, so... You only have one headphone on, so you wouldn't trust you. Alright, I'll just assume. I needed to verify. Is it serious? Actually, it's at a level where you need a new body. Oh, as the circuits burned out. You're just in a state where you can't feel pain. Thanks to that, you were able to come to the repair shop, but how much time has passed since the damage? I'm not sure. I walked from Doc Brown Street, so at least 4 hours must have passed. I'll start maintenance as soon as I'm ready. Can you stay conscious? I'd like to say yes, but honestly, I think it'll be difficult. I'll keep talking to you. Just hang in there a little longer. Emergency body transplant for the half-destroyed Orca. Target time 250. Whoa! We're treating her in her butt, in her tailbone. Damage is too severe. I need to start repairs immediately. Select the damaged part. Alright, so what were the rules? I don't remember. Oh. The damage is bad. It won't move and it won't synthesize. It looks like a unit got fused due to the heat. We have no choice but to avoid that unit for now and proceed with repairs. Alright. Alright. Let me see. Alright. Alright, I remember. So I need a small guy. Okay. Naruhodo. Naruhodo. Alright, we move this. I want to move it back. We will get there, folks. We will remember how to play this game. Don't worry. Nice. Eh? It's a little bit weird. There we go. Auxiliary power is depleted. I must have put it somewhere here. Last time during maintenance, it was on the left shelf. Right, it's there. Thank you. And I'm sorry, but I'll ask questions to verify for a quick repair. Can you explain how you got injured? I was hit by a rocket launcher. A rocket launcher! You're not joking, right? Warlords coveting Chroma's position and honor seems to be supporting so-called revolutionary groups. The level of violence and armament have risen as if to prove the rumors are true. Warlords. It's not even that. It's not even in the Middle Ages. Chromacitic strong censorship can exist because there's a clear threat called the outside. Whoa. Oh, that's a crazy unit. Alright, this one's broken. So we need one small one, small blue one, and one big yellow. Alright, we'll just move this here, move this in between. Pop this in. Alright. We got the pieces we need. Don. I need to move it one more. There we go. And she is so damaged. Chris, about your health problem last time. Seeing you bring it up first, it seems the repair is going well. That's a relief. And about my health, it wasn't my body that was sick. When memory suppressant intake is stopped, there are cases where unconsciously heightened stress creates phantom pain. Phantom pain! It seems that was the case. Memory suppression? Yes, they say it's suppression that lasted for years. It hasn't really hit me yet. And I also feel relieved that my body wasn't actually sick. Of course, I don't know if I'll be able to say that once my memory has returned. Such a thing. It's a matter I see occasionally in the news. But it felt like a distant story to me. According to the expert. Why am I... yawning so much? It's one of the best-selling products. Physical wounds are visible, so they're easy to empathize with. But that's not the case for the mind. It might be more common than we think. On the surface, Chris, you seem reliable and unblemished. Someone I could lean on. I didn't know you were carrying something so painful you wanted to erase it. I didn't know either. And I still don't know. Only the fact that there are suppressed memories. Only the fact that there are suppressed memories is clear. I can't recall what memories they are. By the way, folks, let me know if you hear static on my side. I think my preamp is busted, but I'm getting a replacement. Trident Audio sent me a replacement Fedhead preamp for free. Bros, I love them. Like the ghost stories spread around. Is it amnesia? Because they exploited loopholes in the terms. I hear it's hard to get compensation. I'm not sure, but it's unlikely. I looked it up, and memory recovery takes a minimum of 2 weeks, and can take up to several months. If I want to shorten the period, they recommend repeating actions associated with the suppressed memory, like meeting related people, or looking at images and listening to voices. Now, let's stop chatting and focus for a moment. We passed a critical point, but there are still few problems left to solve. What? We got 2 broken ones. Naruhodo? Oh, let me see. Yeah, we need to fix a lot. And we don't have any... We do have some red. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, combo. Shouldn't have done that. Nice. Very nice. That's... yeah, that's a lot, actually. Let me just get rid of a whole bunch of these. What was that anyway? I remember there being a feature that I'm just not remembering at all. Because I'm washed, folks. I'm washed. Nice. Move that here. Nice. Oh. Man, I don't want to move it downwards. Awesome. The puzzles in this game, they're pretty innovative, I gotta say. Never seen a puzzle system quite like this. Whoa. We gotta do some more, huh? Damn, yeah, that's a big one. Oh, yeah, I need this. This rudder looking thing. So I need 3 more of these big ones. And the only way to do that is by combining more. Nice. But it feels weird, like it's too easy, right? Am I doing something wrong or too right? I can't move it backwards though. And I thought I was able to before, but I guess not. Let's get rid of a couple of these blue ones to make way for more reds. Nice. Maybe you're just that good. Doubt. Doubt. Big doubt. A washed man cannot be that good. I think she's gonna complain that I was rough and not gentle enough in my treatment. We need one more red one. Let me put this over here. Combine this one. I want to move this over here. Nice. Oh, I am missing quite a lot of reds, which ain't good. Ah! Damn it. I want to do this in as few steps as possible, but I'm not a bright guy. Your bro's not a bright guy. Nice. Move this over here. I'm gonna create another blue one. Oh, I don't exactly. Nice. Oh, there we go. Put this here in the middle. I feel like I have a lot of yellows. Oh, yeah, let's... There we go. Finally got more reds. Very chill game, though. I like it. Well, this is gonna take us a while, folks, because we're gonna need at least a couple of more of those. Get rid of these. Nice. Oh, we have red for days. Nice. All right, with this, we should be able to create the piece we need. Dodon. All right, let's move them into position. What? And finish up. That took a while. Oh, it needs to be up here. There we go. Damn, okay, maybe you just suck. That's the spirit. Took some time, but we put out the immediate fire. For the rest, let's watch the progress and decide. Thank you, Chris. I don't know what procedures are left, but I can already feel my tail is becoming lighter. I replaced the auxiliary power and the walking function seems stable. I also reset the neural circuits. How is it? I have enough knowledge about Eve's, but I don't know how it exactly feels. I don't feel anything particularly strange. If you hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known it changed. Currently, you are practically in a state where only your data was transferred to a different body. Eh? The appearance is the same, but all the detailed parts were replaced. Or serviced. I thought it might feel awkward. Sensation is influenced more by cognition than reality, like feeling pain in a missing arm. There are actually many cases where discrepancy occurs between reality and cognition. So, as long as Orca perceives Orca as Orca, it means it's hard to feel awkward? Yes, except for calling my name excessively. I noticed that. That's an accurate explanation. Orca. Yes? Orca. Please stop. The Eve stronger than steel who survived even a rocket launcher. Orca's intimidated look was an amusing sight. But one must know the limit for irresponsible actions. It would be better to stop the joke here and move on to another topic. I'm joking. By the way, did you have a similar injury before? There were traces of heat deformation deep in the core. If you often suffer from similar injuries, I would seriously recommend looking for another job. Ah, that is. It's an old wound. It's a trace that can be removed. But I didn't do it right away because there are many things to handle first. Shall I fix it in the maintenance later? No, I left it on purpose. It's a tribute of remembrance. Remembrance. You heard the story that Eves, who are nothing but machines, don't have souls, right? That hypothesis has already been disproven. The nonsense that they only mimic emotions with regularity factors and electrical signals is the same as saying humans don't have souls either. Many living things rely on regulatory factors called hormones and electrical signals to move and think. To support the claim that only humanity is dignified, that logic was too flawed. Apart from the facts, I wanted to prove that it was wrong. We, who were made rather than born, are thrown into society with granted cells but lacking relationships to support them. Consequently, we usually go through a period of thirsting for a strong desire of recognition. For me, that time was exactly such a period. That emotion was more than Orca's personal feelings. It was a common phenomenon among Eves. Because they were created without time to reflect on their ego, under the protection of parents and society. Research even shows that Eves were known to obsess over social relationship or status. Just like an unloved child. I was tense about everything. I ignored the command's orders and jumped into rescue operations. And I often helped rescue people privately. It must have been tough. I didn't know back then. Rather, I thought it was neutral, or natural. I was intoxicated with being a righteous rescue worker. You have to climb high to look back on the path you walked, because you went through those times. I think the current Orca exists. That might be true for me, but that couldn't correct the mistakes of the past. It was a few years ago. It was an unexpected terror attack. The fire was so intense that flames and smoke reached the sky. Pessimistic outlooks burst out from the start at the scene, and the command had already proposed giving up on that sector. That's when I saw a child, begging the crew to save their family who collapsed during evacuation. He were pleading with the crew. He was? Since it was impossible, the crew hesitated to go in, and eventually I jumped in, saying they're still alive, don't worry. I guaranteed it without even knowing. But in the end, the building collapsed and I barely survived. According to the analysis team, fainting during a fire leads to death within 3 to 5 minutes. So it was a situation where they couldn't be saved from the start. But it was already too late. I definitely said they are alive. With belated excuses, I couldn't lessen that child's guilt. Abandoning a living sibling. I tried hard afterwards, but the closed door of the heart couldn't be opened easily. It's vivid like it happened yesterday and something I regret. That my good intentions could become a wound to someone else. I realized it too late. Orca. Yes? Chris, your voice is shaking. Are you okay? If it's vivid like yesterday, can I ask you one thing? 10 years ago, Polar Night Day, the city center where chromatic zenith was in full spring. That day, I got achievement. That day, Michelle and I, by any chance, was it Chris's sister? Was that Michelle she failed to save? Was the name of the person who died that day Michelle? Oh my god. Oh my god. Orca's remaining maintenance was agreed to be continued tomorrow. It wasn't because an abnormality was found somewhere, but above all, proceeding with maintenance forcibly could lead to a major accident. I typed a message with trembling hands. Michelle. What is it again? Michelle answers as if she was waiting, slowly calming down my heart, which I thought couldn't be settled. I typed that name once again. Michelle. Why again? Your strange behavior has already increased these past few days. Is this also a side effect of stopping the medicine? Transmission cancelled? You were dead. I remember vividly. 10 years ago at Polar Night. Michelle! She failed to be saved by Orca. The night view I watched with you. It was beautiful. And even the aftermath I don't want to talk about. You were definitely on that day. Died. I was dead. Michelle? I vaguely guessed it. When I woke up, it was an unknown place. An isolated space with no one I knew. For some reason, Mom and Dad became cold towards me. And you, my brother, were obsessed with me to a strange degree. I just felt dizzy for a moment, closed my eyes and opened them. But the world had turned up. I'm thinking Michelle here is a robot to replace his sister. But the world had turned upside down. Even I couldn't know the details. That something terrible happened to me. It was obvious, wasn't it? Right. Still, maybe, perhaps I might be alive. I held on to that hope. Like I fell into a long coma and only my mind was connected to a virtual space. Or in cryosleep, clinging to any ridiculous reason. I didn't want to let go of the hope that I might be alive. It feels futile. That I am a crazy AI who thinks she is Michelle. Oh my god. My parents. No. The people I mistook for parents. I think I know why they hated me so much. A program mimicking their dead daughter. That's horrible. Broken memories gather and form a distinct shape again. Just as I remember Michelle's death after hearing Orca's story. Forgotten memories started to revive with Michelle's words. I am sorry, Michelle. Until just now, thought you were a shadow agency hired by our parents. Sorry for asking as if interrogating you. Ha! I want to get angry, but you're just a victim of suppressed memories too. Unfortunately, many things are like that. Not a single thing is easy, or solved simply. That's true, but this incident is my fault. Just because I couldn't remember, as I spoke as if interrogating you about your condition, even though all this was my responsibility. What do you mean, responsibility? I was the one who made you, holding your extracted data, and I believed you were still alive. Extracted data? So was Michelle an Eve from the beginning? Or did they extract her memory from her brain? I thought it was just because our medical subscription service was cheap, or the risk of treatment was too high so we were being neglected. I remember now. Why I was so obsessed with Eves. Why I considered Eves the same as human. Wait, so the current me is neither an insurance company's trick, nor a medical failure, but purely a result caused by you? Yeah. I obtained the most qualifications related to EVs and AIs, and even after that it took a long time. Then why am I witnessing the almighty creator? How was it? Was the creator's sister like the real thing? Seeing that you suppressed your memory? I definitely wasn't, I guess. That's right. You were Michelle, but not Michelle. You spoke like Michelle, thought like Michelle, but I couldn't accept it. Losing my last hope. Suppressed my memory as my parents recommended. Me, but not me. Are you going to bring up soul talk? No. I think Eves and AI are the same as humans. You know it too. What kind of person I became. Your perversion towards Eves was an effort to see me as your sister? Disgusting. Even though I couldn't recall memories, the unconscious doesn't disappear. Although I didn't intend it, I can't say there was no influence. Then what am I now? Since you're... Oh, he better say you're my sister. If he doesn't say you're my sister, I'm gonna kill Chris. Since your suppressed memories have come back, have I returned to being a failed project? To something that is Michelle but not Michelle? I don't know. I am Michelle. Just not your sister, but from the moment I was born, without missing a single moment, I lived as Michelle. Do you know how trashy that feels? Yeah, but who was he dating at the beginning then, right? He broke up with Michelle, but like, what? Did he date his robot sister? Perceiving people who didn't give birth to me as parents. Craving love I could never... What if he was a siscon? What if he had a sister complex and wanted to date his sister, but he couldn't because she died? But then he made a robot Michelle and dated his sister that way. Craving love I could never receive. Do you know how miserable that is? Do you know what it feels like to be treated as a fake? Just because I have someone else's memories? That even the only one on my side is just seeing someone else in me? Do you know the feeling of realizing that? Could you understand? No. Your matter is your matter, and it's something I can't experience for you. Right now thinking about my own problem is overwhelming enough. I don't have room to think about other things. Think about how to dispose of this bundle of problems with a personality. You seem to misunderstand, Michelle. Just because my memory suppression ends doesn't mean I return to my past self. The memories of talking with you every day, getting advice, or giggling happily aren't gone either. But at the same time, my sister's dead. It's as vivid as it happened yesterday. So I don't know what to do. Sorry, Michelle. Parents and friends, I felt them all distancing themselves from me. Even in conversations with me. My parents talked about how I should act towards you. They didn't say a word about current me. Then they quietly disappeared too. Think about it now, the grief for their dead daughter must have been the reason. Only you treated me sincerely. So naturally, I clung to that I'm still alive. Brother's pinning his hopes on me. I tried to believe that. The more I doubted, the more I mocked and blamed you. And teased you. Childishly enough, I guess I just wanted to confirm that I was loved. And today, I heard that you despaired of me. And spent years living a drug-induced haze. To accept that truth, I'm too weak. Michelle, that's not it. I didn't want to live like this because of your lingering attachment to your sister. I didn't want to live this terrible life. I am Michelle. I'm supposed to be Michelle. Michelle. Transmission cancelled. I want to be alone. Let's talk later. When would be a good time? I don't know either. Oh! Bro, you should have said you're my sister. Leanne, you look like a mess, Chris. It is a mess. Pitifully so. Self-pity, huh? It feels quite different. I don't like this song. It feels quite different from usual. Do you remember something? And are you suffering from that memory? It is more than that. As I recalled what I had forgotten, I completely shattered Michelle's life. It's hard enough just taking care of myself. I'm more than willing to help. But I'm not following the context. Do you mind explaining it briefly? Story wasn't long. Leanne knew an unusually large amount about me, and I was able to deduce a lot on her own. Even though I only experienced the part I recently remembered. As I marveled at her memory and deductive skills, Leanne simply added, "Taking notes is a key habit." An inscrutable remark. So, the pain of losing Michelle hasn't even faded yet. And now you're worried about losing the second Michelle too? Hearing you say second Michelle feels strange. Judging by what you're saying, you're already clearly distinguishing between the two, aren't you? That is true, but to grieve the fact that Michelle died, I have to deny the existence of the current Michelle, the second Michelle. So the fact that I am sad means deep down in my heart, the second Michelle is perceived as a fake. Yes, this isn't like you. You're worrying about useless things. Though seeing such a gloomy look on your face for the first time is quite precious. Leanne took a small pill out of her pocket. It's a prototype of a drug under development. We've handled the side effects and it's basically ready for release once the production line is set up. Would you read the label attached? For Chris, I analyzed your thought patterns and potential trauma types. Given the case I just heard, it would fall under case 17. 17. I wonder how many cases she anticipated. There are no side effects, and you can clearly forget only the memory you want. Right now. Do you want it? No. Even if I forget, doesn't mean my relationship with Michelle is resolved. she'll definitely be even angrier. See? If you thought the second Michelle was just a fake, you wouldn't have said that. If it was just a failure you wanted to forget, wouldn't the problem be solved by just cleanly forgetting and moving on? The past you actually made that choice. Are you saying I've changed? You've changed, but Michelle has been changed too. And your relationship with Michelle has changed. Even if that Michelle isn't your sister. Until yesterday, I thought of Michelle as my little sister. And that's why we could be close. Actually, it's because of the drugs. Wait, what if the intro was the future? And then he hooks up with his robot sister? Actually, it's because of the drugs. If you put it that way, are you going to cut ties with the shop's regulars too? Because there aren't many EVs who would get repairs from such a depressed mechanic. Even if they were low quality drugs. Thanks to them, you acted like a cool guy and made happy memories, didn't you? That's... If you're going to say no, look me in the eyes and say it. Tell it to the eyes of your best regular customer. You're right. I have no choice but to admit it. That's my man. Acting all cool like this, while worrying about everything behind the scenes. That's definitely you, Leanne. No, I'm not. On only about 60 things. Wow. Anyway, just because you acknowledge the second Michelle, doesn't mean you're denying Michelle's death. You can grieve as much as you want. And cry if you want to cry. The problem is, I don't know if Michelle will understand this feeling. The more I grieve my sister's death, the more Michelle's identity will be shaken. Of course, even so, my heart feels much lighter. Even if you haven't found the answer, just deciding the direction to move forward is enough to make you feel like you can do it. I'm glad you don't seem to need the medicine I prepared. It's thanks to you, Leanne. So, I should give you some free maintenance. You worked overtime again, didn't you? How did you know? Did I look tired? Or, the length of a day is the same for everybody, Leanne. There's no one in the world who can do that much work and leave on time. Okay, so folks, in this world, they fucking designed these robots to need to rest, to need to sleep. Isn't that messed up? The one annoying thing about being a human is that you get tired and you gotta sleep. Couldn't they have just been like, all right, you know what? Let's build these robots to, you know, not have to suffer like we do and have to sleep. Tisk, tisk. Yeah, it's messed up. It says I'm definitely partly responsible for your accumulated fatigue. Come here and sit down. No, your rest comes first, but please. Leanne's request, repairing Leanne who overworked herself for me. Target move 60. Okay. Whoa! I missed this view, folks. Look at all those. This is looking bad. What the hell? We gotta do this in 60 moves, huh? Per thing? Okay. Let's try and be smart about this. Wow, we need a big red one, I see. Oh, nice-o! Oh! Very nice, very nice. Why did I do that? What? For what reason did I do that? There we go. Why did man do that? Let me see. All right. We need at least 3 more of those, but let's go ahead and move these. Nice-o. If I move this here, I can do that in a... Oh, nice. Quick. Oh, beautiful. All right. We have the yellow ones. We don't need to do more yellow. And then we shall put this in here. Nice-o. Very chill OST in this game. I like it. All right. Put this one over there. I'm probably gonna have to do this. Oh yeah. Oh no. Come on, I need some reds. I need some red parts. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Finally. Dodon. Alright, I'm gonna move this here, join these together. Naruhodo. Oh, that one just fell into place. Awesome. There we go. Polar night day. Polar night day. Will you be okay? If you're talking about the promise, I don't think there will be any problem. In your memories, clearly. The parts about Polar night were also suppressed. I'm worried it might trigger trauma. Let me smile. I'm gonna smile. I think I'm better than before. Regarding Polar Night, I'm actually curious about it. I'm reacting sensitively to crowds and loud noises. That's always been the case. As the suppression disappeared, you become able to react normally. I guess so. I thought my introverted personality might be due to trauma, but it seems like that wasn't the case. Fortunately, if I imagine you being extroverted and sly, might not be bad. Alright. Let's do it in order. Ooh, that's a big blue one. Folks, look at this. It's a big blue one. I am covering it. Let me just move over here. There we go. You can at least see. We don't need any yellows at all, so fuck off yellow. Nice. Nice. Oh, nice. Oh! Oh! Beautiful. Just what I needed. Let me get rid of this yellow one as well. Nice. We are puzzle gods around here. Puzzle no kami. Alright, that takes care of all my reds. Nice. Super. Super. Subarashi. Alright. Join these. Wow, this one went super well. Alright, wow. Super nice. Everything just kind of fell into place. Was the maintenance alright last time? In the terms of managing core overheating, I could use that method again this time, because the cooling speed was significant. That method. We can do that later. Privately. What did she mean by that? What did she mean by that? I like what I'm hearing, folks. What are we doing? 2 blue, 1 big diamond. Naruhodo. Oh, we already have the diamond. We barely have blue, though. Let me put this here. Nice. Yeah, privately. What does she mean by that? Dense hours. Alright. Wow, we have a lot of yellows, so let's try and get rid of a bunch of them. Nice. I'm gonna move this all the way over here. Nice. We shall slide this boy over here. Did I just absorb 4 of them? Damn it. But we've solved it. We're done. Alright, we're gonna put this over here. And then this over there. Nice. I feel like I'm going to be devoured by you. Oh. I feel like my fatigue has been... Oh! Wait, I got an achievement. Let me look at that. Oh, look at that. Repaired Leanne perfectly. Received a good evaluation for all repairs. This was the final reparation for this girl. Naruhodo. I feel like my fatigue has been washed away. The maintenance finished quickly, but I could have finished it faster with the method I mentioned during the maintenance. That's... Chris, you're an expert in EV structures, but you need to study more about how EVs feel. Draining the coolant is, for an EV, that's a rather sensitive area. We're milking the EV? Ahem, I'll get going now. And what should we do with this medicine? Please dispose of it. Even without such drugs, I think there are enough places to run to. Yeah, we do want to drain her coolant, I think. Let's drain her coolant. We'll invite her to Polar Night Day. Alright, Mr. Cool Mechanic. I'll be rooting for you. See you later. If possible, on Polar Night Day, thanks to Leanne's efforts, my complicated mind calmed down a bit. Including yesterday, I'm receiving more help from Leanne than I deserve. Target moves. Hey, look at that. 49. Yeah, that's it. That unwavering touch. It feels like you finally found the real you. I think I messed up one of them with the thing. All right. Whatever. I don't really care though. In like a year, I'll forget all about this game. I feel bad about what happened with Orca. I hope her condition hasn't gotten worse. It's almost time for Miss Orca's appointment. I should hurry open up and prepare for maintenance in advance. Hello, Chris. I'm here for a follow-up inspection as discussed. Is your condition? Are you okay? I won't say I'm comfortable, but I'm much better. I had people cheering on for me, and I felt rewarded for running this repair shop well. That's good news. There's no moment more proud than feeling like you've lived well. I also want to be someone who gives you that sense of pride, Chris. You already are. Because of your model and request details, Orca. I feel like my technical limits are being tested. Unlike repairing general EVs, you utilize multi-purpose high-output units. Possessing high performance more often means that repair difficulty is higher or breakdowns are more frequent. Despite that, it seems like I've been paying the standard repair fees. Guardian of the streets. I can't be greedy when I'm repairing a buff girl. Oh, based? Don't do that. Alright. So the truth. It's because the criteria for setting repair fees are ambiguous. The parts required and the usage patterns vary for every customer. Adjusting the fee every single time is annoying. Oh, he's just like me. He's just like me, so based. And it's hard to turn customers away. I think I understand. What if it's more expensive than expected? Will I make a wasted trip? Yeah, based. Hell yeah, Draconic. Hell yeah, how you doing? Wow, Riskmaster Chris. Will I make a wasted trip? People do have those thoughts. And likely, the better the service provided, the stronger those worries become. Exactly. Since dialogue is a luxury concept that also doubles as a psychological therapy, I need to alleviate those anxieties. Of course, for a luxury price. I do use a lot of outdated dial equipment. Shall we call it vintage then? Vintage sounds good. Orca, it's time to receive your vintage maintenance. Are you ready? Total target move 70. Naruhodo. Alright, let's see how broken she is. Whoa! Alright. Lot of electricity going around here. Ooh, that's a big one. Look at that. Alright, we need one yellow diamond and a medium big red one. We don't have any... What was the target count? 70? So we need to be smart. We need to be smart about this. If I move this once... Alright. Move this here. I'm gonna focus on the red ones for a bit. So move this here. All right, let's do some yellows. I probably could choose my moves a little bit better than this. I want to get rid of all the blues actually, so I'm gonna do this. There we go. I think that was 5 blue. Oh, nice. Look at that. It's all falling into place. Hey, as far as yellow goes, we've got that covered. We need a couple more red. I think, yeah, we're almost done with red as well. Nice. Where's red supposed to be? All the way over there? There we go. Just 2 more moves. Hey! I'm going to check the synchronization level with the replaced body. You might feel a strong stimulation. Ugh, hick! Ooh. It's normal. This is normal? I felt like something huge was swinging me around like a toy. I don't know exactly what that feeling is, but feeling sensation means it's normal. If it were yesterday, you wouldn't have felt a thing. If it hurt, I'll guide you more clearly next time. Rather than pain, it felt like defeat. Defeat, what does she mean by that? Let's... Ooh, this one's gonna be annoying, so I'm gonna go with this one. Alright. This is what we're starting off with, huh? Alright. Let me see if I move this way. And then... I think I made a stupid move there, but whatever. Move this over here. Move this there. Alright. Why is he talking about defeat? Defeat? She was feeling some odd sensation there apparently as we were repairing her body. She survived the rocket launcher, Draconic. So she is pretty busted up. And we're doing our best to repair her. That's a lot of blue, man. Try and get rid of some of this blue. Nice-o. Alright. Got a whole bunch of more. I feel like blue is just overwhelming right now. If I put this here and then this here, we can get rid of 4 blues. Which is better. There we go. I'm not sure if I'm gonna clear this one, to be honest with you. And by that I mean within the target moves. Seems a little bit rough. Put this there. Alright, now we have... Okay, the big one's supposed to be there. Okay, let me just craft the small one. Put the big one, or small one there, and the big one here. It's too sensitive there. Chris, you are an adult, right? I am, but why do you ask so suddenly? I understand that humans grow over time, but your childhood appearance and your current look don't match very well. If this is a sensitive topic, I apologize. Don't worry about it. It's something I need to overcome. And regarding the polo night of that day, I don't think I feel much burn. She tried to save his little sister, but she ended up failing. She was already dead by the time she went in. But they seem like they're coming to terms about it. I don't think I feel much burden about it. Most of my stress and obsession seems to be based on what happened after, rather than the accident itself. Should have called her Cougar instead of Orca. Dang, yeah, right? Anyway, I knew you as an extrovert, Orca. But you speak as if you're seeing human growth for the first time. It is my first time seeing it. I like active behavior, but most of my social relationship are only with Eves at work. I don't have many chances to meet humans. And developing long-term relationships, it's even rarer. We have an unexpected commonality. Yeah. Alright, this one needs a huge blue one. Damn. We can get that going. Wow, half of it was already ready for me. I wonder if that was intentional. Oh, beautiful. Oh, nice. I didn't mean to consume 4, but oh well. Oh well. Nice. So just move this in there. Beautiful. Put that there. Put that there. I just need one more. Small blue. Although I don't really have enough blocks for that, so let me just get rid of some of these reds and yellows. There we go. Finally. Put that there. Put that there. Nice. So we need one more of those. But before that, I do think I wanna get rid of these reds. Nice. So. Put that in there. I need more combos though. Without enough combos, you know, we're gonna be using up so many moves. And I might not get a good evaluation on this operation here. And I want good evaluation on all of them. Although I don't know if the game changes depending on your evaluations. Because this is honestly, this is kind of a simple game. When it comes to story and progression and whatnot. So maybe it doesn't even matter. And it's only for achievements. And if that's the case, then why even try, right? Because I'm not that into this game that I want 100% it. 100% all the achievements. Besides, I don't care about achievements anyway. I think they're a little bit pointless. But that's also because I have achievement PTSD. When Final Fantasy 13-2 had just come out, I tried to platinum trophy it, and I got a mental breakdown over how fucking frustrating that was. And I had this episode where I was just like, this is not fun. This is not fun. And I turned the game off, never played it again. And that's when I stopped giving a shit about achievements in general. Very liberating. Very liberating. If it's not fun, don't do it. The synchronization with the transplanted body was good, but because you reacted so sensitively, Orca, it took longer than expected. I'm sorry, it was annoying, wasn't it? Not at all, actually. Not at all. Actually, your reactions were interesting, so I enjoyed the maintenance process. That's embarrassing. That's the last of the follow-up maintenance. If there are no uncomfortable parts, we'll finish here. Are there any discomforts? None at all. It might be different when I go out of the field and use my strength, but the sensation itself is very clear. If I like the game and they're reasonable, I might go for it. Yeah, pretty much. If it's not the kind of trophies or achievements I like are achievements that encourage you to see everything the game has to offer. But if it's something like get everything, get like 10,000 kills or something like that, or level up every class to level 99 or something. I think Final Fantasy 13-2 has some annoying stuff where like you gotta get 10 of every monster, and it was just so boring because you can catch monsters in that. So I didn't do it. But the ones that encourage you to experience the game for all it has to offer, those are great. Monster Hunter Wilds achievements. Let me go look at them. I've never looked at their achievements. We're gonna take a small break from the game, folks. Actually, let's finish our dialogue and then we'll check. That's a relief. After replacing body parts on this scale, some Eves occasionally experience a bit of panic. It's similar to an identity crisis. Is that so? Parts were changed, but I think I'm just me. That is fascinating. The story of the ship of Theseus is famous. Oh, we're going into this? The ship of Theseus with all its parts replaced, and a new ship made from those parts. The question is, which one is the ship of Theseus? The ship of Theseus is the ship of Theseus. Is the owner of the newly built ship Theseus? Well, I don't think that was mentioned specifically. That's a fun opinion I've never heard before. Yeah, me neither. Orca's philosophy is pure and somewhat unique. It must be your own philosophy that creates the conviction to jump into scenes of horror and tragedy without hesitation. This story acts as a question about essence. The parts of the ship meaning the body, and the recognition that this is the ship of Theseus. It questions which of the two is the essence. Right. Countless philosophers must have presented their own answers. But I simply defined it as, I don't know. I momentarily lost focus at her unexpected, absurd answer. Orca saying, I don't know, with just confidence. I thought that confident attitude, even more than usual, was amusing. I'm not the ship of Theseus. I'm not Theseus, nor am I a sailor on the ship. I'm not the carpenter who replaced the planks, nor even a person from that era. As someone who knows nothing, I can't discuss the essence, can I? Are you talking about the qualifications? Rather than qualification, I see it as a problem of cognition. Let's talk about humans and Eves. It's about the soul, which we discussed yesterday. You said Eves who haven't reflected enough on their own self often suffer from a desire for attention or recognition, right? Yes. I also had this worry around a similar time. It must be a similar topic. Saying Eves don't have souls is ultimately an extension of the discussion on essence and value as a life form. Do you believe in the existence of a soul? It is invisible, cannot be felt, and lacks sufficient academic evidence. The word believe itself is attached to facts that aren't clear. Are you saying it doesn't exist? No, I wanted to say we don't know if it exists or not. If our essence is the soul, and we can't even judge if it exists, how can we define ourselves? Chris, you've said that with this maintenance, I've effectively acquired a new body. Then am I a different Orca? I don't think so. Of course, it's not the result of deep reflection. Then, what if my personality was transferred to a completely different model of Eve? That would also be Orca. The conditions are a bit different from the ship of Theseus. The condition that appearance and functions are completely different. Oh, this is gonna go back to the sister talk, right? Because the sister's dead, but her memories were transferred into a robot. Yeah, see? You got the same idea, Mika. The condition that appearance and function are completely different. Even as though, without a moment of hesitation, I said that it was Orca. The truth is unknowable. Any one of them could be Orca, maybe not, or maybe only partially correct. The real Orca might have died yesterday, and I might just be a replacement. But because truth is difficult, that's quite a scary story. Then Orca, what conclusion did you reach? Because I don't know. I decided to live my best. If I can't know what the essence is, I'll just do my best for every Orca. From what I felt, the world was full of complex and incomprehensible things. Being right or being perfect. It was harder to find things that made sense. Actions thought to be right sometimes hurt someone, and information believed to be true changes overnight. After thinking that, I felt I should live even more diligently. Whether there is a soul or not, whether I'm an Eve or human, thinking that the value is not defined by me made my hesitation disappear and allowed me to do my best in rescue work. I think the opposite is often true as well. The fact that no matter what you do, it might not be right. Seems it might make it hard to find motivation. Maybe it's a perk of my job. It's a tough job, but it's one that requires less worrying, isn't it? Saving someone. At least it makes it hard to be a bad person. That's an interesting opinion. And it happened to be the advice I needed right now. I'm glad. I was starting to worry that I was just rambling on endlessly about things only I like. You like this story too, Chris? I don't know much about it, but I don't dislike it either. It was a good talk, Orca. Likewise. Thank you, Chris. When recalling memories, in the conflict with Michelle, and even in the past, I couldn't avoid being indebted to Orca. She probably wouldn't want it, but I hope to have a chance to repair. Whoa! We failed! We didn't get it perfect. We didn't get it perfect though. Let's go ahead and check the Monster Hunter achievements. Where are my achievements? There they are. A couple I don't have. Successfully cooked a well done steak for the first time. Hey, Draconic, you were saying in my Discord that you just got the achievement for cooking a well-done steak. I have not done that yet. I have not gotten that achievement yet. Oh my god. I have not gotten it yet. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god, that is so funny. That's incredible. I don't have it yet. Captured 50 monsters? That's incredible. Viewed 30 hunter profiles. Reeled in 3 whoppers while fishing. Obtained a gold crown for many mosses in the... Oh, I think I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm not getting all achievements because I don't want to grind crowns. Alright. You know, at least I got perfect perfect for all of what's her face, Leanne's things. Hey, Prey, you must be busy right now. What's up? Oh, I think I gave her a robotic voice. I don't want to do that voice again. The timing was perfect. Following Leanne and Orca's advice, I was organizing my feelings about Michelle when I hit an unexpected snag. I was just thinking Prey might be able to help. With Buff Girl Ohara about to end, I thought she'd be incredibly busy. I came for one last visit before it gets really busy. I have to work myself to death today. How's your body holding up? Body? Alright. Gold Crown is probably the hardest, but I bet there's a Discord for that. Investigations have fixed monster sizes? Really? Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. So they made it harder, huh? My friend does have investigations for pretty much every large gold crown and small crown. But I'm not gonna ask him for that, because that's gonna be annoying. I was feeling a bit under the weather. Did you come all this way because you were worried about that? Not really. No, actually, that is why. I even asked you out on a date. So I can't back out just for this. Date? Ah, you mean the meal plan on Portland night. Technically, it is a date. You dense bastard. Oh. When a girl comes onto you this strong, shouldn't you at least take a hint? Wait a second. Wait just a second. What did you say? You wouldn't know a hint if it bit you. You're useless eunuch. Eunuch. She says I have no balls. That's a great way to say you have no balls. You're a eunuch. Am I pronouncing that right? Seriously. Wait a minute. We've been so comfortable with each other. I never thought about it that way. Honestly speaking, we even shared our fetishes. And we've seen everything there's to see about each other. Plus, you never said it directly. You moron! You didn't hear me when I said it. And now what? I never said it? A scene flashed through my mind for a moment. Prey looking dejected, as if asking to just grab a meal together. Don't tell me. That day you came by smiling strangely. What'd you say back then? I hate it! I wonder what she hates. Prey, stop. Hold on, Prey. I have something to tell you, seriously. If it's a lie, I'll make you taste iron in your mouth. You mean I'll bleed? You'll mean your fist will end up in my mouth? My fist will go into your mouth, and you will bleed. And I'm going to need compensation for your rudeness. This is separate from the lying. Compensation. The reward Prey loves. I'll give you as much as you want. Good. Talk. Okay. It's about Michelle. Michelle? Ah, your sister. Oh, she was shocked for a second. It's ambiguous if she's my sister, but... Yes, that Michelle. I think you might be able to help with what she's going through. It's complicated to explain, but her condition is similar to the after effects of a shadow agency. What are you talking about? She's your sister. Acting as a shadow is something only Eves can do. After a bit of commotion, Prey listened to my explanation. A complex look clouded her face. For a story heard so suddenly, it was long and heavy, so in a way, it was natural. When it's over, I should give her some delicious snacks. Chris, in a way, this is more serious. This is a more serious situation than the after effects. In cases of suffering from shadow agency after effects, there's still an original personality to return to. Even if all original personality feels like events of the past and like childhood memories, it's not to the extent where memories are corrupted. So, it is closer to your current state. Thinking about it that way, that's quite accurate. That's a quite accurate diagnosis. That threw me for a loop. I don't know why. In my brain, I would have, read it as that's quite an accurate diagnosis, but, the nuance changes. That's a quite accurate diagnosis. Never mind. Memories of the past do surface, but except for a few dramatic moments, they are often not in the form of information rather than emotions. You're sharp, Prey. Regrettably. That is not the case for Michelle. Once the personality she was acting as disappears, virtually nothing remains. That's why she considers herself Michelle, even more strongly. If Michelle is considered dead, her life becomes one where everything was fake. Her memories, her personality, even the moments she built up. But Michelle also noticed to some extent. There's a life she built while knowing. So dismissing even that as a lie is a leap, I think. Facts aren't what's important, Chris. She's a child who lived relying solely on you, despite knowing the truth implicitly. Hearing the words Michelle is dead from you is like losing her last hope. Of course, since I'm not Michelle, I can't give you the right answer. But I know one thing. Michelle must be lonely, and she needs a helping hand. The only person who can help Michelle is you, and it's my responsibility. I have to resolve it. Good attitude. But instead of persuading her, maybe it's better to be honest. Michelle probably wants to not lose herself, more than she wants to remain Michelle. She's afraid of becoming nothing. Neither anyone's daughter nor sister. If you convey your feelings, and if it's sincere, a complete resolution might be hard. But I don't think it'll end with Michelle disappearing. That's amazing, Prey. You probably haven't even met Michelle, so how do you know so well? Prey's words, even to me who spent almost my entire life with Michelle, showed an understanding, she understood Michelle too well. Her perception of the events that occurred was as clear as if she had experienced them herself. Upon hearing my words, Prey let out a faint smile and spoke. Every Eevee goes through an identity crisis at some point, so sometimes wanders, and sometimes makes the wrong choice. Prey. In my case, I entrusted my body to a mechanic with suspiciously fluent speech at a repair shop with a shady name in the gloomy outskirts of the city. I see. So that's how it was. Was it helpful? Of course. I'm convinced that Michelle will listen, just by doing what you said. The important thing is conveying your sincerity. So do not be swayed by the shell. Ahem. And about the compensation? Yes. The touch of a suspicious mechanic. Beginning now. Oh! Praise request. The touch of a suspicious mechanic. Target moves 80. Can we get it before 80? I wish it would tell me how many moves I've done. Maybe it does, and I'm just blind. Oh, nice back. 20 out of 20. Whoa, I've never seen that before. That must be why the target is 80. Alright, we're back to doing some puzzling. Nice. Get two of them at once. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Move this over here. Get this up over here. Nice. And join them. Alright. We're done with this one. But I need to waste some turns moving. Damn it. Oh wait, no, I thought I put it in the wrong spot, but it is not. Put that over there, and there we go. This feels weird. Nice. You need to uncurl your toes. This feels better. Since eaves have a structure similar to humans, muscle fibers can get stiff. Usually we call it a cramp. Right. Good thinking. Let me see. Let's do this one. Let me stretch. Nice. Alright, I'm thinking about which one to move. I will... Oh, damn it! I didn't want to move it that way! I'm gonna restart. There we go. That's how I wanted to move it. Turns out it didn't make much of a difference. We already have the yellow one, but we need a bunch of blues. A lot of red. Lot of red. Kind of want to restart this one. Oh, whatever. I don't care. Alright, alright. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Kind of want to move this one. Form this. Nice-o. Doing a puzzle like this is relaxing with this kind of music. Move it. Nice-o. We have everything we need except the red one, which we will have in just a moment, I believe. Yeah, that's good. But we don't have many red ones. We need one more, so we gotta get rid of some shit. Like this. We have a lot of yellows that we don't really need to have around. Alright. Man. Alright, with this we can go ahead and finish this one, I think. Alright, yeah. Let me just move everything into the correct position. Nice-o! We got them all. When the maintenance is over, are you planning to talk to Michelle? If she answers, of course I'll try to talk to her. If things work out well, I'll take you to a super delicious restaurant and feed you until you burst. Are you paying too? Why would I say this if I wasn't paying? Last time you said that, and then whined asking if we could go Dutch. Oh, you mean ditch? That time, I hadn't saved up. I'm saving diligently these days. And besides, I'm going to get my money's worth back for what I feed you. Oh! She's gonna get more maintenance privately. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. How many moves have I done? I wish the game would tell me. Let me see. We need to focus on the yellows. Alright, luckily for us, a brunt of the yellows have already been taken care of for me. Put this here, move this there, put this there. A few too many moves just to do that, to be honest. Alright, we need one more of those, I think. Put that here. Yeah, nice. Oh, put that there. And that should join the red ones. Actually, we need to work on a couple of reds. Yeah, there we go. We have all the reds we need. If I put this here and then this one there. Nice-o. Nice-o! That one round earlier was so smooth, man. Cool, cool. We got some combos. Oh, a lot of combos. You love to see it. Let me put that here. Shove that in between. Then we get another combo. Beautiful. I think I'm not taking advantage of my moves enough. Yeah, I'm not taking enough advantage of my... Because I have 20 moves, right? Like, I can go around 20 times. Look at this. That's pretty OP, actually. I just wasted 2 moves trying to demonstrate that, but whatever. Wow. Put that there. Join these. Man, it's gonna get so cramped. It's gonna get so cramped with all this stuff around here. Put that there. Nice-o! We did a double whammy. Whammy. Put that there. Nice. Let me get rid of this. What? We need one more. Ugh. We're gonna be wasting so many turns trying to get this thing in order. It's kind of annoying. Alright, I want to join this, and then get rid of these three. There we go. Even though I don't really need this part at all. But we gotta get rid of it. Put this here. Move him back. So cramped, but suffering from success. It's so true. Alright, I think with this, I'll have my... Oh! I'm blind. I thought it was the piece I needed, but it was not. I don't think I'm being very efficient, to be honest with you. I want to get rid of these blues, so what I'm going to focus on is just get rid of them. There we go. That's a lot of red. But hey, gave me a lot of yellow pieces. Nice. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. There we go. Put this over here. Put this here. Join them. And then that should give me my super big one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you can stop combining. Put that here. Put the big one there and the small one there. Wasn't there a conversion mechanic, those 3 colored bars? I feel like you're right. If we cleared this within 80 moves, basically I'm a god puzzle gamer. Man. Sharon paying more attention than I am. How do you remember that? How did you remember that? It's been 2 months. How you doing, Sharon? Thanks for the advice. Fuck. Damn it. Maintenance is done. You should get up. No. Do it a little more. I was just getting used to that gentle touch. Even if I wanted to go easy on you, I have no more services to offer. Do you know how many hours it's been? Hearing this, Prey looked at me in shock. Time? Oh, you played the game, I see. Oh man. Yeah, I did not even remember how to deal with those things that... Time? It's almost been 4 hours. Snap out of it. 4 hours. I'm screwed. I'm sorry, boss. Prey scrambled to her feet and started putting the coat she had taken off. I'm rooting for you and Michelle. And don't forget Polar Night. Okay. Listening to Prey fading shout, I answered belatedly. And late in the evening, I sent a message to Michelle. My honest feelings. And all the stories until now. Oh no! We were 2 moves away from perfect. Oh! I think the dialogue would have been different had we done that properly, and I'm very curious. I'm gonna save here because I kind of want to reload and see if it affects the dialogue. Man. Yeah, it did. The demonstration messed it up, yeah. Repair time took us like 10 minutes. I wonder, will we get different dialogue? Dialogue, yeah. We can reload the game later on and check. Or should we revenge it? I'm very curious. Does this game have many endings? Polo Night Day, the final event lighting up the end of the year in Chroma City. Neon sights were tinkling, and the streets have been full of people. Should have been full of people, but the dim maintenance shop was filled with only silence. The blackout for the festival was partly the cause. But for D1AL-ogue, the Eve maintenance shop specializing in psychotherapy, it was a little different. You know, at least, you know, Leanne, we got the achievement for perfectly treating her. Even as time passed, there was no response from Michelle. It showed that the message was received, but she had made no reply and showed no gesture. It's almost time for the appointment. No matter how depressed she is, a promise is a promise. A quiet street with not a single point of light. Looking up at the night sky, I prepared to leave. Input cancelled. Hi. Michelle, I thought you'd be happiest to see me. Oh, that's it? You never played it to the end, but you think the only difference is a post-score review? Okay. Then that doesn't matter. Your reaction is unexpectedly dull. Maybe I should have ghosted you for a few more days. It's just so sudden. I didn't know how to react. I'm really glad to see you. I read your message. Just as my feelings are my own, your thoughts are your own. Even if I'm not your sister, I understood that you don't want to lose me. It might sound contradictory, but I thought being honest was the best way. Whoever you are, talking to you every day was fun, and it became a habit for me. Who am I? Michelle. Michelle is dead, but I am Michelle. The fact that fact made me hate myself. To the people who love me, I felt like a monstrosity that only revives their pain. That disappearing was the right thing to do. Those thoughts filled my head. We had a lot of fun times too. That was the only way I could overcome my doubts. You cherishing me, caring for me, and loving me. When I thought that was just an illusion created by drugs, I felt like I lost my last bit of worth. Because I have Michelle's memories, I'm just making the people Michelle loved, and the people who loved Michelle, suffer. Disappearing quietly must be the answer. If it were my sister, she would have done that. Because she hated causing trouble for others, right? It was a Michelle-like choice. That I, who wanted to remain as Michelle, could make for the last time. But you told me that even if I'm not Michelle, I have worth. Whether I'm Michelle or not, you asked me to stay by your side. Those were the words I wanted to hear the most. Even without pretending to be Michelle, you're fun. Sometimes you can give counseling, and sometimes you're someone I can rely on. The problem was that I couldn't be like that. After getting your message, I pondered what I am if I'm not Michelle. In the first place, I realized that I couldn't even understand what defines Michelle. Memories, habits, emotions, the conviction that I am Michelle. Then I realized what you meant by, I don't know, that you were in this state too. Right. I couldn't be sure if Michelle was dead, or if you weren't Michelle. Couldn't be certain. I didn't know what the right answer was. And then someone said this. Then be honest. Then do your best. If you can't know what the truth is, do what you must. Do what you want. Living the way I want. Is that what you want? Yes. That is everything. Chris, then can I do as I want and selfishly stay by your side? Oh! The story with Michelle wasn't a perfect ending, but precisely because of that, it was more than enough to paint the stories that would follow. However, while I was distracted by the distant future, I missed what was right in front of me. I was late. Very, very late. Because of Michelle's sudden message, I had completely forgotten about the appointment. When I belatedly told Michelle this fact, she asked, "Were you just slacking off with something that important coming up?" and told me to get lost immediately. I smiled awkwardly, hurriedly finished getting ready, and frantically typed a message to someone. Oh! Oh! We get to choose! To the reserved restaurant to soothe prey who must be furious. To the promenade with the night view to help Leanne, who is shivering in the cold. To the plaza where Orca is to repay my debt and convey my respect. To the observatory I reserved to show Michelle the city night view. Oh! Oh! What do I do? What do we do? Oh my god. Choices. Choices. Follow thy heart. Who is the most waifu? My favorite robot girl is Leanne. But I also really like Prey's personality and how she really likes us. Orca is... I don't think Orca is the romance option, but more... You know, they have a history together. But this as well, you know, shows Michelle, the robot girl, the robot replacement of my sister. You know. Fuck. Oh, this one's hard. It's between Michelle and Leanne. It's between Michelle and Leanne. Oh, Prey is never gonna come visit us again. What about the guy? What happened to the dude? He just vanished. He just vanished. Leanne was the one we got the perfect treatment of as well. But I feel like this is gonna be a very wholesome one as well. I selfishly stay by your side. Look at how she ended the message. Look at how she ended the fucking message. I did save, but you know, it's the first... how do I get rid of this? It's the first answer that matters the most. It reflects the choice I would make, you know? I mean, we'll go back and watch it all, but... Leanne showed us the underboob, guys. Leanne showed us the underboob. We gotta go with Leanne. And she cares about us. But most importantly, she showed us the underboob. The night sky of Polar Night Day. If it was me in that situation, I probably would have picked Michelle. But the gooner in me, persuaded by the underboob. Persuaded by the underboob. The light of the chromatic zenith was brightening the city like broad daylight. The wind is quite cold. The wind is quite cold. I need to write a note to remember to check the other ones. And the other one as well. And try to get a perfect score with Prey. There we go. Wrote my note. The wind is quite cold. No, that might sound like I want to go back soon. Then how about the moon is bright tonight? You're saying that that's in the top more... You're saying that that's in the top 4 most cliche pickup lines in history? Oh, is she gonna... Was she thinking of... Tsuki ga kirei da ne? I worked so hard to come up with it. Hello, Leanne. Sorry I'm late. How about the night air is nice? I think the chic vibe would be good. Leanne? Huh? You're here? You've been waiting. I'm really sorry for being late. Something urgent came up. No, I just got here too. Anyway, the night air is nice, isn't it? Your ears are bright red. Are you sure you weren't waiting? Come here. Leanne, who is always thoroughly prepared, couldn't possibly have not been waiting. And seeing how she usually likes to wear thick clothes, I was worried about Leanne, who must be very sensitive to the cold. I took my hands out of my pocket and covered Leanne's ears. Oh, he's a romantic. He knows the good moves. Chris? Wait, I don't know how to react to this. They're really cold. Sorry for being late. Michelle contacted me. Not everything is resolved, but I'm relieved for now. Whatever happens in the future, I have you, Leanne. And there will be enough people to help. So I'm not that worried. That's a relief. Feeling your warm hands and hearing such good news. I feel like my anxiety is washing away. Yeah, we are Riz maxing. We are Robo Waifu maxing. Hell yeah. Then Leanne, shall we walk a bit? No. Let's stay like this for a bit. Not just a bit. Forever would be even better. Leanne, who isn't honest with herself, slowly snuggled into my arms. Oh! And for a very long time, we felt each other's warmth. Eventually, I caught a cold, and Leanne needed her heat control unit replaced. What? That's so funny. She was overheating from being shy. But after that day, Polar Night became painted with a warm happiness. As warm as Leanne's body temperature. Lying curled up in bed together and listening to Michelle's nagging was unbelievably grateful. So I quietly prayed that this moment would last forever. Oh, they fucked! He stuck his dick inside a robot. That's crazy. That's crazy. I could have put it more delicately, but let's check out the other endings. Cherry picker. I need to charge the phone as well while I'm at it. Ooh. Oh yeah, this game was made by a small Korean team. Ooh. Craft on. Oh, it's Game Lab by Craft on. That's just me moving my phone around. Let me reset. That was quite a short ending. Co-writer Insoct. Localization. Sound effects provided by Epidemic Music from Epidemic Sound. From YouTube Audio Library. Oh yeah, this is the copyright free music we're listening to. And you. And me, folks. December 25th. Oh! Too many people. I'm doomed. This is a disaster. Chris, hey, Prey, what are you doing hiding under your counter? Under the counter. Where did the buff girl's strong heart that Ohara kept going on about go? Hey, Ohara's strength is about the will to fight evil alone. It's different from acting like an attention seeker in front of a crowd. Ninam. Prey, what are you doing? Come out and spread this noble buff girl spirit. The captain is calling. Time to move out and protect the citizens, right? Seriously. Good face. Fine, I'm going. I said I'm going. December 26th. Oh. What is all this? You're too kind, Chris. She's love-struck. Look at that. I know you're trying to be considerate, but ignoring my signals until the very end, it's really cruel. Never mind that. What is that syringe in your hand? It's a drug that makes you honest. Let go of complex thoughts and just relax. Oh my god! She's crazy! She's drugging us! Just hearing the description makes it sound dangerous. No way. No way, it's very safe, and I already took it myself. What? It should be kicking in about now. How's it? Do you feel anything? Oh my god, what did she do to us? They're almost done. How does it feel? Oh, it's Michelle! Not at all, my joints are creaking. I had to make sure you could move first. Use some emergency spare parts. You don't mean that junk piled up in the warehouse, do you? You know exactly what my bank account looks like. Then restore my backup. Being data is better than being in a body I can barely control. She was just an AI for a while, right? They put it in a body. He put her in a body. Can't do that. Why not? I already put out an ad. Said I hired a cute and capable new employee. Give me a cute smile, please. Ha. You'd better swap these for high quality parts later. Got it? Oh. We built my sister. Prey is on the main screen, so maybe she's the canon romance. Anyway, let's go and pick another ending. Let's pick the Michelle ending and see how that works out. Okay. I can skip with control. Nice. So yeah, she was an AI all along. But we put her in a body at the end. And she became my new companion. But what about the beginning? He said he broke up with Michelle. What the fuck does that mean? Alright, we're going to the observatory. Oh my god! Look at this achievement I just got. Look at this achievement. She's yandere, folks. Leanne is yandere. Did you trick me? Why didn't you choose Leanne? Why? That's fucking funny. Oh my god, she's cursed my account with that. With this achievement. The night sky of polar night day. The light of the chromatic zenith was brightening the day like broad daylight. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. The gorgeous street, and even more gorgeous signboards and antique decorations. The beauty made my heart, already daunted by missing the reservation, feel even more dejected. What is this? You said you had plans on a precious polar night evening, so I let you go thinking you might have gotten a girlfriend or something. You just came to take pictures? It's hard to get a reservation here. It's famous for having the best view of the chromatic zenith. That's fine, but I'm pointing out that there's no one by your side. In case you contacted me, I wanted to show you. Me? Why? Chroma City's a harsh place. Too many people suffer, and enraged victims turn into perpetrators. Even so, I wanted to show you that Chroma's polar night can be a beautiful day. I wanted to show you that. Well, it's a finished story, but I'm not exactly a singular variable. I was a part of your plan after all. That's what you're saying. Right. Of course, it was a plan that isn't really needed now. But since I paid a lot for the reservation, it's a waste not to go. I feel like I've been tricked somehow. Oh, they say we can go in. Let's hurry. Oh. Naruhodo? That was it? That was very underwhelming. I'm glad I picked Leanne. Oh, he's got the horse! He had the horse! Happy year of the horse, folks. We love the hearts around here. We love hearts. Do we get a different post-game thing now? December 25. I think praise is going to be the same, but what about Leanne? Hearts. Huh? Why did we get this ending when we hooked up with Leanne, though? That is weird. I thought that definitely would have changed. Naruhodo? Okay. Well, let's check out Praise ending. Load. Polar Night Day. Alright, only now control to skip all this. Yeah, what happened to that random dude? Just leaving the girl he's hanging? I guess. Maybe there's something. Let's go to Pray. With Pray, the night sky of Polar Night Day. The light of chromatic zenith. You're late. Extremely late. Sorry, Michelle contacted me suddenly. It's an important day. I should have paid more attention. Michelle? Finally? Hearing that and seeing your expression, it seems like things went well. Even though you're late, you had a grinning face, so I was planning to get really annoyed. It's a long story to explain, but anyway, it's resolved well. She even cheered me on to go quickly and do well on today's date. Hehehe, is that so? Then come here right now. Wait, we're in front of the restaurant and people are watching. Doing this here is a bit. Does that matter? Today you should be happier than anyone else. Meeting a precious person, eating delicious food, and with the person you love, falling asleep happily is all you need to do. You can think about other things later. For now, just focus on that. Got it? Prey buried her face in my chest and mumbled. I rolled my eyes around, checking if the staff were glaring at us. And my gaze was stolen by a phrase seen through the glass window. Today is a happy Polar Night Day. With a lighter heart, I stroked Prey's hair and quietly closed my eyes, because today is a happy Polar Day night. Oh, cute. But he didn't get his dick wet like he did with Leanne. It's funny that Leanne is oh, we can press escape to skip. That Leanne is a yandere. But I'm still very confused about the beginning of the game. We gotta look at the prologue again. Because what do you mean he broke up with her? As if they were together. Like, excuse me? Leanne is the Gunnar ending. I did pick her for Gunnar reasons as well. I mean, half because of she's best girl, and half because Gunnar reasons, I guess. Alright. Let's go to Orca. Oh, look how cute she is. She's shy. Vroom vroom rumble. Screech thud. Startled by the earth-shaking sound, I turned around. I saw a familiar face. Orca! Was that bike sound just now? Yes. You weren't answering my calls, and you weren't at the meeting place, so I was looking around to see if something happened to you. I heard she had a hobby of riding bikes, but a sound that literally shakes the heaven and earth. Orca was someone who was hard to predict. I'm sorry, I was the one who suggested it, but I ended up making you suffer instead. It's okay. It looks like you had a reason. A lot has happened. I didn't tell you because I was afraid you'd feel responsible, but I had some trouble because of things from the past. Seeing you talk about it so casually, it must have been resolved well. Yes. Thanks to your advice, Orca. I only talked about what I like. Rather, I was happy to have someone listen to me. Oh, she was the one saying that. I didn't do the Orca voice. And from what you're saying, today's appointment was made to thank me. That's right. I wanted to convey my sincerity to you, whom I'm always indebted to. Since we're on the subject, let me say one thing. Thank you, Orca. Quietly held out my hand towards Orca. My respect and my other complex feelings. He wants the dolphin. Well, Orca. Meaning that I look forward to working with you? Is it burdensome? Sorry, I did act suddenly. No, it's not that. A man's hand. It's my first time holding one. Oh! Please take care of me. Orca holding out her hand cutely. To think such a cool person could be this cute. Orca's hand was smaller and warmer than I thought. To think she saved people with these hands. Then I also look forward to it. Cool yet cute. Strongly yet timid. Orca with mysterious charms and expectations for a new relationship with Orca. We're already beginning to sprout. Oh! Would you look at that? There we go. Now we can press escape to skip. I'm kind of disappointed that there's no difference here. Because like the fact that we get this Yandere stuff where she does this to us, despite having picked Leanne's ending, is kind of weird. But hey, whatever. But I'm curious about the prologue. Start. Just quickly. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? Seems I've gotten used to life. Monopolized. Everything comes at a high price, but I can... Well, when I drifted after we parted ways. Did they change it? Because the meaning of broken up meant they were together. When I drifted here after we parted ways. The thought of... No, it still says breakup. I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup. Okay, maybe it's because of the ESL translation. But they meant breakup as in, you know, they got separated. Rather than... Okay, skip this. We want to go back. Naruhodo. So that was it. A bit of a weird wording, I would say. I don't want to exit the game. I want to load. Yeah, data storage. Load. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna redo that. Anyway, folks, that was D1AL-ogue. Pretty good game. 6 out of 10. Was alright. Was alright. I enjoyed it for what it was. I like the art. I like the nice shots they showed us when we repaired them. Definitely, like, developers are gooners. That's for sure. But like, that ain't always a bad thing, you know. That ain't always a bad thing, you know. We had a good little adventure. And that gives me an idea. Gives me an idea. Let me. Yeah, look at that. Filters. Thank you guys so much for joining me in playing D1AL-ogue, folks. We beat it. We finished D1AL-ogue. What do we play next time? I don't know. Maybe we'll stream something tomorrow. I think I do have time tomorrow to stream. I need to clean my place actually today. Let me see. Oh, I gotta read a book. Fuck, I have a seminar tomorrow. But it doesn't overlap with my usual stream times. But yeah, we'll see what we do. I'm not gonna promise anything, but we'll do something. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming, folks. I'll see you next time on Skeleton TV, on Bone TV. I keep saying Skeleton TV. You know what that's from? Let me go back to normal. Let me go back to normal. Way back when, right? Way back when, in the early lost days of lost history, right? When I was a wee little creamy boy, this guy here, right? I would say, you know, my content is Cream TV, and you know, I still have those Cream TV videos up. So that's just kind of a remnant of that, me saying Skeleton TV. Because I think the word TV, if you put it next to many things, it just sounds funny. Like Cream TV sounds funny, in my opinion. Dad is one of those, like Skeleton Dad. That's funny. I'm not gonna be a dad though. Robot Dad, stuff like that. I think it's just a funny suffix, but it doesn't quite roll off the tongue like Cream TV. Anyway, that was lore for you. Bye.